Hey everyone, Lowlight here. I wanted to take a couple minutes to try and put together a video to compare the combat mechanics between Pokemon Go, Harry Potter Wizards Unite, and The Witcher Monster Slayer. A lot of people casually compare them in various chat platforms, and as I play all three of these games and I've been playing them for a while, I wanted to kind of point out the differences for any new players out there or people who may have played one but not all three. So let's get into it. First up is Pokemon Go. It's been out for a long time. I didn't start playing it from the very beginning, but I did get in around the time that Let's Go Pikachu came out on the Switch. I play it on a daily basis, but mostly just for my little chores, not extensively anymore. Here you have your basic encounter against a Pokemon in the wild. You throw a ball at it and hope the random number generator is kind to you, and you either catch it or you don't. This time I caught it. This isn't very important to me, so I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm going to send it to the professor, who will turn it into candy for me to feed to my other Pokemon. That's kind of a cruel joke. Next up is slightly more in-depth combat against the Rocket Grunts. In this case, you will pick 3 of your Pokemon to go up against 3 of their Pokemon. The challenge in this is mostly knowing what type of Pokemon is good against what other type of Pokemon and doing all that. If you think Rock, Paper, Scissors, Lizard, Spock is too boring, then Pokemon will bring that to a much higher level with all the different types that are available. Other than that, it's a lot of tap, tap, tap until your special move charges, and then you have a pattern like this to swipe through. It's not very challenging. And you kind of go through this until you win or lose. There aren't really any consumables to use during the battles. You will have to heal your Pokemon after you're done. And there's a raid mechanic where you go to a gym and you can cooperatively raid with other players against a boss, which plays out similar to this, except you don't actually have to do anything for your charge move. It will just automatically fire off when the time is right. So raids are very mindless. You know, you get in there, start tapping, and wait till it's over. All the complication comes in during the preparation phase when you're picking which Pokemon to go up against the boss. And we won, and I will spare you having to watch me try and catch the Pokemon we just defeated, especially after I shank a couple of shots. Again, you get set number of balls and throw them. This is Harry Potter Wizards Unite. I've been playing since it launched. Here's your basic encounter against what they call a foundable. You trace a pattern on the screen. If the random number generator is kind and your skills are somewhat leveled up, you'll be successful. You can use consumables like potions to help give you a boost, but there's a lot of random chance and not a lot of skill in doing the traces. This is one of the adversary battles, which is a 3-opponent fight in succession. You usually start out with 2 guards that are of increasing difficulty before you get to the final boss of the 3. A little more challenging. You have the targeting circle that you have to set up on, and in some opponents that moves around a lot more, like some of the dragons and other things. As you level up your skill sets and things throughout your chosen profession, you will get stronger, and these will be easier. However, they do seem to level up the opponents somewhat with well, they make them easier for beginning players, but after a while they get extremely easy. Here you see I'm going to use a potion to make this go quicker. You can heal during combat. You will heal automatically between the encounters. You'll see I dodged there, and that's based on a dice roll, essentially, that you have a skill tree that you can level up and will make you more likely to dodge. The first couple levels don't seem to have much of an impact on it, and once you get to like level 3 out of 5 on dodging, you'll start to dodge more often. Critical hits are similarly a levelable skill that you can level up and give you a higher chance of getting critical hits. Using a potion, you know, will make this go quicker, so I'll spend less of my spell energy, which is shown in the bottom left-hand corner of the blue lightning bolts. If you don't care about spending that spell energy, you can not use the potions, but I don't have the time to do the battles very long, so I tend to use a potion. This is the boss opponent, so I'm going to use the strongest blue potion, and then the green potion I used is to, because he's an elite adversary, this will help boost it more, and you can see I took a pretty big chunk of his health away. The animation and the music in Harry Potter Wizards Unite is, you know, much better than Pokemon Go, although both games I generally have the music and the sounds turned off. Just they get repetitive and they're not that necessary to do everything. Now, when Harry Potter first came out, a lot of people got bored with it really quick. There wasn't a lot of content in their opinion. They've been making similar arguments about The Witcher Monster Slayer, which, you know, having played Harry Potter Wizards Unite for well over a year and seeing how they've, you know, grown and evolved it, you know, I have the patience to watch, see how The Witcher, you know, evolves its game. It's only been out about a month at this point. I played for 2 months during the pre-release, and you know, they were definitely actively working on it and changing mechanics, so just gotta have some patience that they're gonna improve things. Here we have a fortress battle on Harry Potter. Basically, during COVID, they added the night bus to help you out, so you didn't have to go find a fortress in the real world. But there's 20 different levels. This is level 5. Again, the combat is similar. Depending on which level you pick, there's a number of adversaries. You can co-op with 4 other wizards, and in higher levels that's important because you can have different professions, so you want to get a mixed party so that it increases your chance of success. There's an overall time limit for completing your fortress, which is at the top. In this case, this is a very easy level. I healed myself. I have that red hex square that I drop on. Opponents will, every turn of battle, whether they're attacking or I'm attacking, they'll take 40 damage, so that's a useful skill to level your character into. Not all professions can get that. I'm a professor, so that's how I have that. You'll see here he's going to attack me, but he'll die because the 31 health he had will get hexed. When you're done, you will get little entries for your registry, like the nose-biting teacup. I have 8 out of 25. And those are the things you collect. In Pokemon, you will be collecting actual Pokemon. You have to decide whether you're going to keep them or not. You know, that's a lot of inventory management for that. In Harry Potter, the only inventory you're managing is the consumable items, so ingredients for making potions and the potions themselves. You don't have to worry about, you know, keeping track of the things that you're battling and, you know, whether you're going to run out of storage for them. Spell energy and ingredients are available on the map, and your encounters are all going to be within a radius of your person. However, with The Witcher, you can see further away there. You can see monsters on the map, even though they're too far away to interact with. Here we have a extreme difficulty, which is the highest legendary monster that I'm fighting. I'm preparing for battle by picking which sword I want to use, which bombs I want to take with me, and potions and oils that are buffs to the combat. Now here you have strong and fast attacks. It depends on how frequently you're swiping on the screen that determines whether you're doing a strong or fast attack. It doesn't matter where you swipe. But what is important is parrying, which is a timing, and your critical attacks, which is when that circle comes across the screen. Timing is very important, and there is a skill level to the combat in Witcher Monster Slayer that you don't get in Harry Potter or Pokemon Go. Pokemon does have a little bit with your ability to throw a curveball and hit the target. Some of them are kind of tough, but you can kind of play Pokemon with barely looking at your screen, and same with Harry Potter. The Witcher, you really do need to pay more attention, and I actually still keep the sound on because there is a sound when a red skull appears above the health bar of the opponent, and that sound warns you that they're about to attack. And I find when I have the sound turned down that I'm more likely to miss the parry than I am if I'm listening. So it is kind of important. Another benefit is that the Witcher Monster Slayer, all interactions with non-player characters are fully voice acted, which was amazing, right out of the gate. Harry Potter is, anytime that you're interacting with an NPC, you're reading, on the screen. To have full voice acting in a mobile game is kind of impressive, since all the games on my Switch require you to read the dialogue. So, The Witcher, you have your sword, and you have your signs, which are like, rudimentary spells you can cast. There's a fire one, there's a kinetic damage one, there's a shield, but how you use them is up to your gameplay style, which is also nice. There's, gives you opportunity to develop a style on how you're playing. But that was kind of the equivalent of a fortress battle that we just saw there. I'm not here to do a full comparison point by point between all three games, but I just wanted to cover the combat mechanics, since a lot of people haven't played all the games and are curious as to what the differences are, and I thought it might be helpful for people to be able to see all three of them. Let me know if there's anything else you want to know comparing the three games, and maybe I'll be able to make a video for it on the future. If you found this helpful or interesting, go ahead, give a like and maybe subscribe, and I'll see you later.